Today I'm making traditional English scones, beautifully golden on the outside, a signature split across the middle and perfectly flaky on the inside. There's really nothing better than a homemade scone, fresh out the oven, covered with lashings of butter and jam. They're so delicious. They're really easy to make with a few simple techniques, so let me show you how I make them. Start by mixing together plain flour, baking powder and salt. Next, get cold butter, which must be straight out the fridge, and cut it into small cubes. And if you've got time, pop the cube butter back into the fridge for around 30 minutes before using. Now drop the butter evenly around the bowl, then coat with flour. Doing this makes rubbing the butter into the flour easier, which is what we'll do next. You can see the technique here. Start by squishing the butter cubes, then using your fingers, lightly rub the butter into the flour. Work as fast as you can and keep going until the mixture becomes a sandy-like texture. Cold butter that remains cold during the process of making scones steams in the oven and creates small air pockets, and this is what creates those flaky layers that you're looking for. And that's why you've got to start with cold butter and work fast when you're rubbing the butter into the flour to stop it getting warm before it goes into the oven. Warm butter gives you crumble, not scones. After a couple of minutes, you can see that my mixture looks sandy, so it's ready. Now add sugar and lightly mix it through the flour, then make a well in the centre, ready for the wet ingredients. First add a whisked egg, then add milk to yoghurt and mix. Now pour that mixture in, but don't add it in all at once. Keep a couple of tablespoons back until you've mixed everything together and you can see the consistency of the dough, which should come together but still be soft and a little bit sticky. If you find that all your dry ingredients are clumping together, then you don't need to add any more yoghurt mixture. But if you still see loose bits of flour at the bottom of the bowl, like I can here, then add it in. Now go in with your hands to bring the dough together, but don't overwork it, otherwise your scones will become tough. Next, lightly dust your surface with flour and tip out the dough. Gently fold and turn the dough 10 to 12 times or until it's smooth and easy to roll. Only add the lightest sprinkling of flour in between folds, just enough to stop it sticking, but not too much that the dough loses its soft texture. It's important to note I'm folding the dough, not kneading it. You can see I'm just pushing the dough down, then folding it back into the middle. I'm not stretching the dough out as you would do when you're kneading. You don't want to knead the dough, otherwise you're going to activate gluten development and your scones will become dense instead of light, so take care at this stage. Time to roll. Sprinkle a little flour on your work surface, on top of the dough and over the rolling pin. Roll the dough out to about 2 centimetres thick and turn it a few times in between to make sure it's not sticking. Dust your scone cutter in flour, then place it on top of your dough. With one swift movement, push down firmly, don't rotate the cutter and bring it directly back up. This will ensure your scones rise up evenly. Once all the scones are cut out, then remove the excess dough and place them on a baking sheet lined with baking parchment. Push the remaining dough back together gently and repeat the process until all the dough is finished. To finish, brush a little beaten egg over your scones. Be careful not to let the egg wash drip down the sides or it can stop your scones from rising properly. Bake in a preheated oven for 12 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. Remove from the oven and by the time you've made yourself a cuppa, they're ready to eat. Serve with jam, butter, clotted cream or whatever takes your fancy. Enjoy!